Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have my friend, my personal friend. I met her at the prosecutor's office. Is that the right word? No, the state attorney's office. And we have been kicking it ever since. Yuliya Pollack is here to join us on your favorite Mom Friends podcast. And she is going to talk about her life as a mom attorney. How exciting is that, you guys? Seriously. Yuliya, she is barred both in New York and in Florida. And she's been practicing for several years. I mean, this girl is on fire. This mom is on fire. And, she has 4 children. This is no easy feat to practice and to also have 4 kids. So we got to give it up for Miss Yuliya Pollack, my personal friend. Thank you so much for being here on the podcast today. Thank you so much for giving your favorite mom friends some time to share your story. How are you?
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad to be here with you. Hi, everybody.
Oh my gosh, this is epic. This is so epic. Okay, so as with tradition that I've now started, and we've now started at Your Favorite Mom Friends, which is a Facebook group to join, by the way. We're going to do some icebreakers. And one of my favorite icebreakers to do is a 3-2-1 icebreaker. Honestly, you guys, I can't find another icebreaker that's better than this one. So if you have an opinion, send it in for a better icebreaker, because this one I think is just really cool. So, Yuliya, right? What are 3 things you'd like to share about yourself that people don't already know?
People don't. Oh, well, I do speak Russian and Ukrainian. Does that count? Okay. No, not really. Okay. I love to sing. How about that? I love to sing. Actually, my first job in the United States was I was singing in a Russian restaurant. Yep.
Get out. Are you serious?
Is that something? Did you know that about me?
I did not know that. I know that you can sing, but I didn't know that you were singing in a restaurant. You were actually out there doing it.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I know. This is interesting.
I would put you on the spot, but I don't want to put you on the spot to sing something for us.
Yes.
Maybe next time.
Karaoke, we should go.
Yes. Wow, that's so cool. Okay. What's number 2?
Number 2, I do have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
That people don't know about, because I am a crazy bag lady. Okay, not a cat lady, but a bag lady.
Crazy bag lady.
I love expensive bags. So that's my hobby, to collect luxury bags. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Listen, no shame. Okay, we all have our thing, and that is your thing. All right.
Yes. Right. And the 3rd, I am scared of heights. Okay. I don't go to roller coasters. I just don't.
I can relate. I used to be a daredevil, and now I'm just like, no. Why? Like, why do we need to do that? So
that's what I'm saying. But I'm okay with flying. Because that's something you have to do. But roller coasters, you just don't. And I live in Orlando, Florida. Come on, Disney.
Oh yeah, everywhere. They're everywhere. How do you? So do your kids ever say, "Ma, like I want to go to, I don't know, Disney or Islands of Adventure, or one of those places to go on a roller coaster?" And what do you say to them when they ask you?
Well, my husband goes with them, so that's a good thing. At least he's not scared. So, but my oldest daughter is here, just like me, so we can bond and walk around while the second one is there with my husband.
They just go off and do their thing. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. All right. 2 places you could visit right now if you could.
Oh my gosh, I would visit you right now. Now. I would totally visit you.
Oh my gosh, we have so much fun when we're together. Seriously.
Yes, I miss you. I
miss you too, my love. Oh my gosh. They're going to be like you guys having like a sister-mans instead of a bromance. Sister-mans. Okay. And then the second thing.
Second place, probably Colombia. That was something on my list to do maybe this year.
So. Now, if you go to Colombia before my husband takes me to Colombia, I'm going to be ticked. Okay, that's just not, like, I've told him for many years it's time. For those of you who don't know, my husband's Colombian, so it's high time for us to make a visit.
We should go together.
Oh my gosh, let me tell him that. Maybe he'll agree. I don't know. He hasn't taken me, so that's so cool. That would be epic. That would be epic. All right. So let's jump into the questions. This is fun.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go into some questions. Right. So we talked about the fact that you are a mom attorney. I'm also a mom attorney, but you are doing it. Like you were down there and based in Florida, and you run your own law firm with your husband, Pollack and Pollack, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to mess up the name here.
That's correct.
Pollack and Pollack Law Firm, and you guys are doing an exceptional job. So let's talk about the first thing. How long? I mentioned several years, but let's fine tune that a little bit. How long? Tell everyone how long you've been an attorney. How long have you been practicing?
Oh my gosh. So I graduated in 2013. So, wow. And then, you know, need to do a bar exam and all of that. So I think I started practicing in 2014.
Wow,
so
wow.
It's been like at least 8.5 years by now. So.
Oh my gosh. Can we say veteran? Like, you know your stuff by now. Like, seriously. Wow. And when you first became an attorney, did you already have children? Softball question.
Yes. So you're trying to figure out how old I am, I guess.
No.
But at that time, I already had, I think my kids were about 3 and 5 when I graduated from law school. So all throughout law school, I had kids. We had kids because my husband went to law school with me. So we were both studying while we had kids already.
Oh my gosh. So many questions, but I'll try not to bombard you too much. Having kids and studying law, being in law school is no easy feat, right?
Not at all.
What kept you motivated? Because let me just real quick, let's preface this. There are a lot of moms that want to go back to school and they want to study and, but they have their kids and they're just like, how am I going to do this? So how was it a day in the life as a studying law student with 2 kids? And the second thing is, what kept you motivated?
Yeah, well, good question. For those moms who want to go back to school, I say go for it. Kids are no excuse. If you have a goal, you just gotta go for it, okay? I just knew that this is something, I had a goal, okay? I wanted to be a lawyer. I knew I'm going to be a lawyer, and kids, no kids, that it just doesn't matter. When I have a goal, I achieve my goal. Just like you, Leilani, right? So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so what kept me motivated is I needed to achieve that goal. This is just my personality, and this is good for my kids as well. So without my education, I probably wouldn't be able to give my kids what I can give them now. So it was another goal of mine to be successful, to be able to provide for my kids, to not depend on anybody. I can make my money myself. If something, God forbid, happens to my husband, I know I'll be okay, and this is something that I guess comes from my mom. This is how she taught me, I have to be able to provide for myself. I cannot depend on other people.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. So it's just that drive. That's that kind of like burning desire to be successful, to be able to provide for yourself that got you through law school and essentially into practicing law.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. It really is. It really is. So once you started practicing, you had your 3rd child.
Well, we did take a big break. Okay. So 2013, I graduated from law school, and I had my 3rd child in, 2018. So it was like 4 years with no kids. Well, the 2 older kids, no babies, I mean.
Yeah. But you did get that break, but then you were practicing. And I remember this personally, you were pregnant and practicing. So what was that like? Because you were a trial attorney at the time.
Yeah, I was pregnant pretty much I was working until the last day of my pregnancy, pretty much. Like, I don't remember, maybe a couple days before I stopped working. Yeah. So yeah, it was definitely a full-timer for a while, right? So yeah, that was very difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can speak to that myself too. I mean, we walked similar paths with that, and
yep,
working and being pregnant at the same time is not easy, especially as a mom attorney, especially practicing law. And I'm not saying that other jobs aren't difficult, but I am saying that our field is demanding and unforgiving. And if you're not in your own law firm and you're practicing, say, for someone else's law firm or the government or whatever you're doing, it can be really, really difficult when, you're going into work and you're, possibly throwing up, keeping it real here, and you're sick and you're just trying to get cases done and going into court. So I just know
tired and sleepy, and you have to get up and you have to look nice and appropriate for court because there's so many people looking at you every day, right?
Exactly.
And do you remember the amount of cases we had to do? We had like 200 cases.
Yes. And one thing I will say about you, Yuliya, is that you never complained. You never ever complained. And I found that so incredible isn't really the word, but inspiring to say, you know what? Yes, it's really, really difficult to do, but look at how Yuliya is handling this. Look how she's doing this with such grace. No, many moms would come in and be like, to heck with this. I'm out. I can't do this. It's too hard. And it's true. Sometimes, a lot of the times, parents or mom attorneys, we put it on ourselves to say, oh my gosh, I chose this profession. It's a difficult profession. And because I chose this profession, it's expected of me to always be ready to go, no matter what. And that is one of the things. And you never complain, but I know that I'm sure there were difficult days for you to go through all of that full-term pregnancy. So
yeah, and I had a difficult pregnancy too, as you know. So but that's why I never came back.
Keeping it real. That's what we do. That's what we do on this podcast. It's hard. It's hard. So, okay. So you did that. You had your third child during you were still practicing law. So you had 3 kids at this point. Describe a day, because at this point now we have 3 kids, right? 2 you said were much older, and maybe about 5 or 6 years or so, maybe.
Oh man, more
because you have 2 kids, right? So modifying your life and career couldn't have been easy, and having an additional child on that, a newborn, after so many years passed and you got to raise your girls and now you have a newborn. Describe a day in the life. You left your job and you said, you know what, this is too much, right? So how would you describe?
Not even that. I would totally come back. I love that job. I think it was just very important for me. That was my goal, to work for the state attorney's office specifically. That's what I wanted to do. I knew I'll be a prosecutor, and I achieved that. And I would stick around because even though the pay, as you know, wasn't that great, but
as with most government jobs,
I really loved that job. I did. And I love the people there. The environment that we had, no other job can compare to the environment we had. We had an amazing group of people. And sometimes that is more important than anything else, right? Than money. So, but my daughter, my third child, she was the one who never slept. Okay. I did not know it's possible, but I had that child that just didn't sleep during the day, during night, whatever I was doing wasn't working. And it was impossible for me to go back full time. And at that time, they didn't provide the part-time jobs. Now they do. There is part-time positions now with the state attorneys in Seminole County.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. But at that time, they didn't have that option, and I couldn't be a full-timer and not sleeping during the day and night. So, and you know what? I'm glad that happened because it motivated me to start my own thing. And I am very grateful, I guess, for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you learned from that experience, and it kind of like it pushed you to at the time with the options that you had available, it pushed you into, even in my opinion, excelling even more and kind of doing something that's more fitting for you and your life as a mom attorney, right? Yeah. So that's really good. And okay, so let's see, did you find it easier as like working for, let's say, the state or a law firm or wherever you worked before versus working as like managing your own firm?
This is a difficult question because obviously there's pluses and minuses to each position. As you know, with the state, or if when you work for someone, you get schedule, like, you get a set schedule, you go home, and I guess you shouldn't be working anymore once you get home, right? So with my job, I'm constantly working right now. I have to provide my own healthcare benefits, and when I worked for the state, it was pretty much free. It was nice to have all those benefits. I don't have them now, so there's always pluses and minuses. But I do love my freedom now. I can make my own schedule. I can be available for my kids. I can drive them, to their soccer practice or whatever. You know what I mean? And I don't have to ask permission to leave. It's just really nice to work for myself. I'm really, really happy that I've done that.
That's really great. That is really great. So many moms are afraid not just to go to school and study, which I wish I had like a little bell and go ding, but so many moms are afraid of not only going and studying while they have their child to take care of, but also going and starting their own business and relying on that for income.
I was one of those people. I was so scared to quit that full-time stability that I had, that money that come in we got paid once a month. I remember on the first of the month.
Yeah, I remember.
But at least I could count on that. I knew that I could pay for my house and like whatever else. And I love that as well. And I'm the kind of person that I need to have stability in my life. So it was a hard decision, very hard decision. But now looking back, I shouldn't have. I worried too much. Actually, you just have to go through it and everything's going to be okay. If this is something you want to do, I'm sure you can do it. Anybody can do it. If I could do it, anybody could do it.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about maybe recording a class on how to open your own business. This is what I'm going to say YFMF is all about. This is great. Are you kidding me? No, because there's so many little insights that, from going, through with this. And I just need to record everything from like starting how you like register the business, how you get the tax ID number, what do you do next? How do you get a rental property and all of that? It's just, it's interesting actually, this way. Yeah. So.
Wow. And that is something I was actually going to ask you because starting your own business, there's so many versions of like how you can register a business for tax purposes. And that's a scary thing. That's probably one of the reasons that so many people who, let's say we're attorneys and we're afraid sometimes to go and start that out and like, oh my gosh, what are the implications? What does this mean? So in your opinion, like, for example, if you were to register a business as a sole proprietorship versus an LLC, like, what would you say is one of the better options when you're just starting out, you're fresh out and you're ready to start your own firm? How would you go about it?
Well, I'm not an accountant, so I cannot provide that advice, and I cannot.
That's okay.
I'm not giving out.
Wait! I lost my feed. 1 second. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so I'm not giving you any legal advice whatsoever. All I can say is that I am actually an S corporation, and it took me a while to figure that out. First, we weren't this, now we are, and we're actually paying taxes as we go. So basically I have my own paycheck, just like I would if I would work for someone, and I find it the best option for someone in a small law firm. but it's not only law firm, I guess. It's just, we can talk about it later, but I'm definitely not giving any advices to people about that.
Yeah, that is a tough topic to talk about. You know, because we want to be clear on that. We're not giving advice as to how to start your own law firm and how to register for tax purposes. But you know, it's just such a daunting task to do and to figure out the right way to go about it. And
but I did work with an accountant to figure that out, obviously, because you know, that's something you do need to ask your accountant, because it depends on your income, how much money you're bringing in, and all of that, you know.
Right. That's true. So that's good advice. Get an accountant, talk to them. Maybe Yuliya can you can reach out to Yuliya somehow if you join the YFMF group on Facebook, and kind of maybe she's, you know, you mentioned that you're going to potentially start a class on how to start a law firm. That would be amazing. Yes. I can reach out to you and get that information, because a lot of mom attorneys, again, I know, like, we've had that relationship in the past, and I've spoken to other mom attorneys where they're trying to figure out the best route. They want to get off kind of like that hamster wheel of 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, and kind of venture out. It's not that they necessarily hate their job, but they, you know, they need to do things on their own. So
some freedom is always nice.
So, oh my gosh, and you are glowing, so it must mean not a bun in the oven, but it must mean that something that you're doing is working for you. So
Leilani, thank you so much. You're glowing too, my love.
Thank you. Okay, so let's see, where are we? So you have 4 children now, and you are still doing the thing, okay? How do you find quality time?
Well, as I've stated before, my 2 older kids are old, okay? They're 17 and 15 years old,
oh my gosh, the time has gone by so much.
I know.
Wow.
This is crazy. That's how I know how old I am, by looking at them. So,
you look
my
amazing.
17-year-old, thank you, my love. 17-year-old, she's driving already. So that is so helpful. That is very helpful. She can, so both of them are working. My 17-year-old and 15-year-old, they both work. Okay.
Wow.
Obviously they're still in high school, but they work. So my 17-year-old, she drives my 15-year-old to work. She can pick her up. She can drive herself to work. So I don't need to do all of that anymore. So that's really nice. Yeah. Sometimes they can watch the babies, because I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. So sometimes they can help with them. So that's nice as well. And then obviously I have my husband who helps out as well. So yeah, just doing our best.
Yeah, I mean,
and of course my mom lives here, but she works full time, but she definitely helps out. She loves to cook, so she helps us with
she can cook. Yes, I love it. Yes.
She needs to get your book. She needs to get your book and make us some Jamaican food, because we love Jamaican food.
Oh yeah, you guys have been to Jamaica, like, I don't even know, at least 4 times, right?
I think it's like 5 or 6.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, you know, Yachty food is out there. It's ready. It's still going. That's very interesting. Yeah, I didn't expect it to do that well, but it's still going.
So grateful to talk to a celebrity.
Oh my gosh, stop it, Yuliya. Stop it. Come on.
Oh my gosh. You did it.
Oh, thank you. Okay, all right. So you make quality time because you basically have your mom, you have your 2 eldest children. They help out, and that kind of takes some of the pressure off of you, because this is kind of like a rotating wheel, if you will. And it's day in, day out. And you guys, no matter how much Yuliya might make it seem like it's all simple, I promise you, she's just amazing at what she does. Like, it's not easy. And like she said, she has 2 younger kids, 2 and 4, right?
Yes.
2 and 4. So that's not easy. So she's smiling, but I know.
Thanks God for daycare, okay?
Yeah, daycare can definitely help with that for sure.
Yeah.
But how are the weekends?
Oh my gosh, you know how people are looking forward to weekends? I look forward to Mondays, okay?
Ooh, do tell. Why is that? Why
Weekends are
Mondays?
hard because weekends are, you have to, so I can't really work on weekends because I have babies like full time on weekends.
Right.
So I have to do all of my work Monday through Friday, pretty much. I barely work on weekends, which is nice, I guess, but my work is my kids. I work all weekends with my kids. So when they go to daycare on Monday, I'm like, okay, it's nice. I can just relax now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have to entertain them. We have to entertain them.
Yeah.
But my husband works on weekends, so it's pretty much just me and
so
baby.
It's just you.
Yeah, my husband works all weekends. He does maybe like take 4 hours on Saturdays just to do something together. But yeah, he works all weekends.
Wow.
Yeah, my husband is an immigration attorney, so if somebody needs help.
Yes, Arthur Pollack. He's a part of the Pollack and Pollack law firm.
Yeah, and he can help you in any of the 50 states because it's federal law, so you can practice in all over United States.
Yeah, and Yuliya is also an incredible criminal trial attorney. So I mean,
and you know, I do divorces. Do you know that?
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do so much. Honestly, you have a long biography of practice. But yeah, just don't hesitate to reach out to her. And she's just an amazing resource for everything. Everything related to motherhood and business, and so much more.
That's it. That's pretty much it.
There's more. There's more.
That's all I'm good at.
Luxury handbags and oh my gosh, and traveling and modeling, you know. Any advice on that?
You know, I started my other business. I'm not sure if you know, but I just registered another business, and it's only for the divorces, nothing else. So the name of that website is thedivorcedoctors.com. How do you like that? Isn't it nice?
Yeah! We need a sound effect. We need like an applause sound effect. That's so cool.
Isn't it cool?
That is so cool.
Yeah, so the picture that I gave you, that will go to that website. So do you see how it's like colorful and like, you know, lots of colors? Photo. It's not just typical like black suit lawyer.
Yeah, exactly.
So for Pollack and Pollack Law, my husband and I are both like blue colors, black,
very gray, serious. Yeah.
Normal lawyers, typical, right? But for the divorce doctors, I decided I want something different. I want women, especially women, to feel like, you know, life after divorce is as great as it can be. Okay, so you can just continue living. Divorce doesn't have to be a sad thing. It can be a happy thing, you know. So life continues. So to me, the divorce doctor is like champagne and chocolate. Okay, that kind of feeling. So I feel like when they call me, they will see somebody who's happy, who can get them through it. So I'm kind of like counseling as well as getting them through it, you know, paperwork and all of that stuff. So what do you think? Do you like it?
I'm like so inspired right now. I am. I'm seriously listening to you and I'm in awe.
You can come back and join my practice.
You know what? I might just have to do that. Seriously, I've always wanted to practice family law. So who knows? I mean, just try to juggle it all. Yeah. You know, I miss Florida. Oh my gosh.
I do know.
Man, I'm so inspired by you right now. Seriously, I'm not kidding. I'm not fluffing. That is so cool.
But isn't it a cool name? The divorce doctors?
And the fact that you're helping women to just feel so comfortable and happy, and well, not happy, but you're empowering them.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole podcast and just us uniting as moms and talking about all the things that we go through is all about.
Yeah. And you know, we are doctors. We
are. We don't get it though. They don't call us that in America, but we are.
But we are. So
yes. That is such a catchy name. You heard it first here on YFMF, I believe.
Yes.
And so the divorce, what is the website?
It's gonna be thedivorcedoctors.com, or no, sorry, yourdivorcedoctors.com. Yourdivorcedoctors.com.
That is so cool.
That's
you heard it here.
Website.
And if you ever need any kind of help in your divorce case, I highly recommend Yuliya first. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, highly recommend. Okay, so we talked about quality time, and what advice? I know that we kind of touched on this earlier, but obviously being a mom isn't easy. And running your own business isn't easy. Now you're about to run 2 businesses, and you have to, take care of your kids, take care of the house, and anything else that's going on in your life you have to take care of. What advice do you give moms who are afraid to take that leap like you have to jump into owning their own business and just kind of like taking life by the horns, even as a mom? Like what would you suggest for them and encourage
them? Okay, don't laugh. Okay, don't laugh. But
I'm already smiling.
I highly believe in manifestation. Okay, please don't laugh.
Yes. That's what my Facebook thing says. Manifesting. Hello.
Really?
We think so similarly. That. Yes.
Really?
It's on my Facebook page.
So I am constantly listening to podcasts in my free time, like always in the background. And it is so true. Everything you want will come true if you really want it. You can just obviously lay down and wait for it. But if you follow what you want, if you constantly like making a plan for it to come true, then it will come true. So it really helps me. Whatever you think of, that's really what happens. So that's how it works for me,
Unblocking the mental.
So I really want people to just believe in something positive. Stop thinking about negative things. Don't watch news, don't talk to people who are like constantly,
don't surround yourself with negative people.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with people who are going to uplift you and who also are, in my opinion, go-getters and want to do something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, successful people. If you hang out with successful people, you will be successful too, because you'll see that there is more out there. Obviously, if you constantly talking to someone who doesn't like everything, who's like complaining about how hard the life is, then everything's gonna be the same for you. Like I could have I moved to the United States. I was almost 16 years old. I could have said, I wasn't born here, I don't have money, but I didn't say that. I came with my mom. All we had is $2,000 and nothing else. I didn't even have clothes, nothing at all. But I didn't give up. I went and I worked 2 jobs with no English. I was cleaning stadiums, like huge, after the games at night, and I would go to work to school in the morning, and it didn't stop me that I had to take student loan. There's a lot of people who don't want to take student loans, and I understand that as well. But if you want something, you will go for it. You will just do it. And I took those loans and I have to pay them now, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay because you are living your purpose.
Yes, I feel like it's my purpose. I really want to help people as well. That's why we work for the state, and now
that's truly it.
I made a different purpose. Now I want to help women and everybody, society in general.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, well said. Jeez. Okay, well, this was a shorter interview, but we
straight to the point,
and honestly, it couldn't have been better, and I wouldn't have been happier to do it with anybody else but you for this segment. And let me just ask, closing out. So where can moms find you online?
You know what? I will just provide my cell phone number because this is what I do.
You should.
I am serious. I give my clients my cell phone number. That's why I'm different than any other attorneys. They don't talk to my secretary. They talk to me directly. So if somebody needs anything, they can just text me. And my phone number is 407-729-1430. And they can find me right now at pollockandpollacklaw.com. And Pollack is Pollack, and you spell it out, PollackLaw.com.
Yes. Yuliya, you are so real. I love you so much.
I love you.
Yeah. And honestly, you guys, you couldn't have had a more honest and straightforward person coming on. Seriously. And just cutting straight to the point. And I love that. And I'm sure our viewers will love that too. Thank you so much for coming on to YFMF podcast today. I know I've learned so much more about you and just the way that you think, and I can apply that in my daily life. And I'm sure so many other moms will learn from this podcast here today. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for doing this for other moms. You know, you're doing a great job too.
Thank you. All right. Well,
have a good day, everybody.
Yay. Until next time, you guys, signing out, Leilani Ray. Bye.
Bye.